Good morning, guys. I want to show you one of my favorite things to do with sweet potatoes. I have been obsessed with sweet potatoes since I recently got this book, The Sweet Potato Diet. If you were in the Wild Side Wellness program or you are interested in the program, this might be a great resource for you. He talks a lot about the same things. He's a big component, it seems like, of carb cycling, and he loves sweet potatoes too. So I'm really excited to show you what I love to do with sweet potatoes. All you have to do is chop them up as thin as possible. And then for breakfast, I am a big toast person. I love toast, but really the bread doesn't sit well with me, the gluten in it. Even gluten-free bread I have a hard time with because there's lots of corn in it. So this has been my substitute. Chop these up thin and throw them in the toaster. You're gonna have to toast them for a lot longer than you would toast, but in the end, you get this amazing done crispy piece of toast. Now you can add bruschetta to it. This is my favorite bruschetta mix here. I'm on a big kick with this right now. You can also make this into pizza, so I would just toast them first or put them in the oven for a little bit first before you add your sauce and your pepperoni or whatever you want to put on your pizza. It's great if you want to top it with egg and avocado with some tomato. It's really, really delicious. And sweet potatoes are super high in fiber. They're great for your colon health. It helps to provide this resistant starch which your colon bacteria is going to use to feed the cells of your intestine. It's really high in vitamin A, it's high in vitamin C. It lowers it has a lower glycemic index, so you're not going to get that big spike in blood glucose, which is not going to affect your insulin as much as it would if it had a higher glycemic index. It is great for long-term energy because it is a complex carbohydrate. It is so full of nutrients for you. It's going to be a much better choice when you're looking to add some extra carbohydrates in your diet. If you are in the Wild Side Wellness, you know that we pair our leg day with higher carb day, and it is my higher carb day. But what I'm hoping that a lot of you are going to do is choose more nutrient-dense foods for your carbohydrate sources. Of course, if you're really craving that pasta, if you're craving the pizza, if you're craving the bread, go ahead. As long as it fits your macros, you are going to see phenomenal results. But the more you do this, the more high carb days you enjoy, the more you're going to hopefully turn to these healthier nutrient-dense foods like the fabulous sweet potato. What else does it have in it? It has potassium, it's high in manganese, it's high in vitamin A, we talked about vitamin C, vitamin B6, which is really important for mood. It's just a great complex carb and one that I'm really enjoying. Another thing that I like to do is when I meal prep, I'll put them in the oven to bake, and then once they're done, I have a whole bunch of sweet potatoes that I can lay out in my individual packets. This is actually one that I'm using right now. So this is actually my breakfast that I'm not done, or my break fast. This has lean ground turkey, it has tomatoes and onions and garlic in it, it has some rice in it, and then what I do is I'll make a whole bunch of these. There's about 25 grams of protein in each one, and I'll have 4 per day. This is something that I'm trying out new because I know come September it's going to get a little bit busier, so I want to be prepared so that I can make sure that I have all my meals, all my macros, all my micros, to make sure that I'm not turning to things like protein bars or protein shakes. I'd rather get all my nutrients from food versus the fast food things where it becomes a little bit more tricky. So what I do, back to my point with the sweet potatoes, is I'll have them baked and I'll mash them up. And definitely eat the skin because there's a lot of nutrients in the skin, but I'll add cinnamon to it. And if you've ever added cinnamon to your warm sweet potato, I think it tastes like pumpkin pie. You can even add a little bit of raisins or cranberries in there if that's what you like, and it tastes like a dessert. So I'll have my chicken, I'll have lots of veggies, and then that is going to be my starch or my carb, and it just tastes like a dessert at the end. You can add a little bit of maple syrup in it if you have Callanan maple syrup, add a little splash of that too. That's definitely going to spike your carbohydrates, but a little bit in moderation is okay, especially if it's Callanan maple syrup. So let me know, what are your thoughts on sweet potatoes? Do you like them? Have you ever tried putting your sweet potato slices in the toaster? I think this is a fantastic idea, and it really helps if you like to have bread in the morning with your eggs. There's nothing better than sweet potato toast, egg, and avocado with some tomatoes, in my opinion. So I hope that was helpful for you. I am going to be hopping on live a little bit later and doing a training for you. It's completely free, and we're going to talk about how to find the right diet or nutrition plan for you, what needs to go in it, and how I sort of develop my meal plans for my clients. I'm going to teach you how you can do it to find something that's both healthy and enjoyable for you. Have a great day, guys.